Yes, apparently it's been bubbling up behind the scenes. The battle of the heavy hitters. It's an absolute don't blink, hold up any second now. Someone's getting knocked back and spark out kind of fight. And with both men coming off a loss, both men in the final stages of their career, it really could be the last roll of the dice. But as much as it could be an absolute barnstormer, it could also be a little bit shit. So here's why Wilder versus Zhang is so good but so bad. Strapping. So yeah, is it gonna happen? Is it not? Somehow the news got leaked and old Frank Warren got the right ump about it.
We've seen the reports today, Zhang Wilder on the 5v5.
I've got nothing to say about it. Shouldn't have been out.
Yes, so then from the word in there, it sounds quite plausible, doesn't it? But if so, what happened to the contractual rematch for Zhang after losing the Parker fight? That seems to have gone out the window, who knows? But anyway, just as well really, because sometimes these contracted rematches are a complete load of toffee. And after Zhang put Parker down twice, then just chilled out for the rest of the fight, in my opinion, he doesn't deserve a rematch anyway. So moreover, this fight makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Both men coming off losses to the same man, both men hovering around that 5th in the world spot, and both men doing absolutely fuck all in their last fight. It seems about spot on. So on paper, this is an absolute cracker. Wilder's flattened just about everyone below world level, and Zhang's claim to fame is putting an end to the iron chin of Joe Joyce. Both men hit like a mule kicks. Wilder's got a great heart, Zhang's shown a good chin, and in general you find it hard to believe that someone's not getting totally smashed up. But it also might be a bit of a shitter. Hopefully not, but let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? They both come off their worst performances of their career to date against the same Joe Parker. Wilder went from the bronze bomber to the bronze fucking trotter as he hugged the ropes all night and forgot how to use his fucking arms, whilst Zhang put Parker down twice but then managed to produce a similar performance to Wilder, doing naffle for the remainder. Now fair enough, Parker with Andy Lee had them both figured out, but still neither men showed that fire in the belly, that grit and determination to win, going all out aggressive and throwing hell for leather. Instead it was just cruise control. A far cry from performances such as Wilder against Fury 3 or Zhang against Joyce 1 and 2. Somehow it seemed they were just there for the big paydays. Now Zhang's performance was pretty bad, but Wilder's just felt a lot worse knowing how lethal he can be when he's intending to cause destruction. But as I mentioned for the day of reckoning, is his heart in this anymore? Has the desire gone? Because he seems to be more interested in music, starring in some reality TV show and all sorts of other things.
Just one more bite in the middle. When you have a nice peanut butter jelly sandwich, sometimes it leaves you speechless.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've never been speechless after eating a peanut butter fucking sandwich. But anyway, yes, it's clear there's been a mellowing and a desire shift in Deontay, and he even admitted it in a recent interview.
I at one point in time lost the love for this business, you feel me? Even just to compete in it, you know what I mean? You know, success has done a lot for me because it really just took me out of my element of when I used to be a gym rat until I'm just coming to the gym whenever I have fights and stuff like that.
So yes, who knows if the old bronze bomber is gone, but either way we're about to find out when he returns. Hopefully we see some of the old animalistic Wilder, the man who come to do damage, the man who left fans speechless with his incredible knockouts. Yes, like this lady here, look at her face. Well, either the knockout left her speechless or she might have just eaten a peanut butter fucking sandwich, fuck knows. Anyway, and as for Zhang, well, 2023 was a peach of a year for him with 2 emphatic victories against the juggernaut. But why in the Parker fight he just took his foot off the gas and got lazy, we simply don't know. Is it an age thing because he's no spring chicken? Is it the fact that he struggles to do 12 rounds and he was preserving his energy? Or is it because, unlike Joe, he came up against a fighter as fast, if not faster than him? Well, if it's the latter, an informed Wilder will be a massive problem for him. Because as we know, this man firing on all cylinders is as fast as they come. So if we get the Parker performances of recently, it really could shape up to be a bit of a stinker. Don't get me wrong, someone could still easily be knocked out, but equally it could be a little bit tentative and uninspiring. But fuck all that, let's assume they've learnt their lessons, cause the double excellent turkey ain't taking no nonsense, and the loser of this fight more than likely will be saying goodbye to those big Saudi paydays. You could say they'd both be fighting for their careers. So what goes down then, eh? Well, just before we get into that, can I just borrow you for 30 seconds to remind you lovely boxing fans about Boxing Showtimes, the ultimate app for passionate fans. This little beauty offers it all from a detailed schedule to comprehensive information information on each event, along with the tale of the tapes, the fight times, ticket sources, up-to-date undercard lineups and a boatload of technical overviews on each of your favourite fighters. Check out all the juicy details about the undisputed Fury vs Usyk, the 5 vs 5 all right here, and read all the hot news stories bubbling up in the boxing world. Ain't it fucking blinding, eh? So use my promo code below for access to all the ad-free premium features. Everything a boxing fan could ever need. Bosh, now back to the vid. So yeah, what goes down, eh? Well, height and reach, there ain't too much of a difference, but of course weight-wise there certainly is. Wilder recently weighing in at 245 pounds and Big Silik Bang weighing in at a whopping 291 pounds. Basically, Wilder's leg is about the same size as Zhang's fucking finger. If there's one thing we know Wilder doesn't like, it's being manhandled or bullied, as the Fury fight showed us. And Zhang, regardless of what weight he comes in at, will certainly have the attributes to do that. But to be fair, he doesn't really fight that way, to be honest. He's more of a patient fighter, selecting his moments and picking his shots wisely. He did pick them a bit too fucking wisely against Parker, but either way, he's basically happier to throw one perfectly placed punch as opposed to a flurry in which some may miss. As mentioned, this is most likely to preserve some energy, but when done right, it's obviously very effective, and ruddy hell, the man is so accurate. Combined with his power, this is a massive threat to anybody, as Parker found out. Bosh. So with the only fast punchers on Wilder's resume, Parker and Fury, both of which he lost to, naturally he's bound to find himself in a bit of trouble here at some point. And with the southpaw element added in, plus Wilder's poor defence, it's not going to be an easy night for the Bronze Bomber. However, let's not sleep on old Mr. till this day. Assuming some of the ferocious Wilder turns up and not this chilled out happy fucking peanut butter bloke, then Zhang's going to experience some of Wilder's biggest weapon as well. And he's certainly not been in with anyone who whacks as hard as this man. But yeah, that's kind of all he's got to worry about, innit? Wilder ain't all of a sudden going to start boxing, jabbing and moving. He can do one of the three, but apparently not all together. And Malik Scott has tried to incorporate some straightforward boxing into his style, but to put it bluntly, it just ain't worked. In hindsight, maybe Malik should have just sharpened up the attributes he already had, but yeah, unfortunately, since they partnered up, Wilder's just got progressively worse. Although he is fighting better opposition now, to be fair, so it may be that as well, I don't know. Anyway, so in my pointless opinion, if Wilder ain't got that dog in him anymore, he's absolutely fucked. Even if Zhang has a bit of an off night. And yeah, I'm personally struggling to see any form of that old Wilder turning up. He just seems a bit too far gone now. Plus on top of that, Zhang's always shown a decent chin throughout his career, mainly because he's got head like a fucking Hummer. So although Wilder's got the equaliser, he may need to unload a few to put the big bang on the canvas. And that would entail him throwing hell for leather like he used to. So with Zhang's accuracy and power against this tentative Wilder with a lackluster defence, I reckon he may be in a world of trouble here. He's got a solid heart, the man, but again, does he still have that solid heart? Who knows? But either way, both men have a lot to prove after their last outings, and for the loser, this really could be the last big hurrah. We shall see. Well, if it is actually happening, fuck knows, otherwise this video was pointless bollocks. Well, it probably was that anyway, to be fair. So yes, let me know your predicos, and don't forget the old Boxing Showtimes app. Toodaloo for now, ciao Bella, bosh.